Good morning and welcome to the Lost Pines Workshop. I'm JC Jensen. So this is How to Finish the Cherry Dresser, episode 5. We're moving into the drawers, but I skipped a step. So we've got the runners for the back of the case, right? That we removed. So I'm simply going to shellac these today and set them aside. And we'll come back. We'll do the same thing. I'll hit it with the steel wool and reinstall these back in the case and be prepared for wax. Need more coffee. So I said good morning because it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. I got up before that. Okay, so moving on to the drawers. First of all, I've taken the bottoms out. So I'm back to just the drawer box to make this next step easier. All of the surfaces of the drawers were hand planed prior to assembly, so there's no sanding required. Of course, the sides were planed to fit the drawer. So everything, as far as that's concerned, is complete. My dilemma was what to do about the interior. I did not plan to stain the interior, simply shellac to protect it from, moisture, expansion, contraction, all that jazz, right? I want it to be equal. So I was just going to shellac it. Well, to do that, because of the odd sizes of my parts, I was going to have to spend an exorbitant amount of time taping it off so I didn't get stain where I didn't want it. So after thinking about that and how much time that was going to take, I said, the heck with it. I'm just going to go for it, and I'm going to stain the whole thing. All right, so that's what I'm doing. Nat. Now, here on the front, where I've got all this CNC work, I used what's called a V-carb bit, or a V-bit, to do this CNC work. I did go in, I used what's called a sanding stick that has this unique little shape here. And that allowed me to get in here. Oftentimes when doing CNC work, you end up with a bit of fuzz, right? So I went into where I needed to with my sanding stick and knocked off the fuzz. Worked really well. Now, as far as the staining goes, if I lay the stain on here, some of that here in this pattern may not come out even. So I'm going to take an artist paintbrush at the beginning and I'm going to paint the stain into all this CNC work. All right, that way I get good even coverage, and because as the CNC bit is making these patterns, it's creating a lot of ingrain. So those end fibers are really going to absorb the stain. Well, I'm going to take advantage of that, and by hand painting that in there, it's going to make the pattern stand out, right? It's going to be a darker shade than the face itself, so they'll stand out. So I'm going to use my little artist paintbrush. We'll start with that, right? And then I'm just going to go to town, and I'm going to stain this whole thing. The two coats, just like we did on the case, and then we'll move into shellac. Groovy? That's my plan. If you want to take the time to tape it off and not stain the inside, then by all means, but it's not necessary. But that's for me, that's going to be the easy route, and that's the route I'm taking. Again, I took the bottom off. I'm not worried about, because the bottom itself is plywood, and it's the cedar plywood, which has the, the aromatic cedar. I'm not putting anything on that. That's just going to be raw wood. And because of the way the joint, right, our slot for that, I'm not too concerned about getting anything in that either, because we're not gluing in the bottom. It's just floating in there. I will be careful come shellac time, but I don't want too much of that in there. But the stain's not going to hurt it at all. All right, so away we go. I'm just using my rag again, and I'm just daubing it down in there. Comes to finishing, I tend to be a little impatient, so I can daub it in here much faster than trying to do all of that with a little silly little paintbrush. I just want to work quickly so I don't leave a lot laying on the surface. It can be absorbed and get too dark. All right, now I'll just go to town and do the rest of the drawer. And I really like the fact, so my drawer boxes are cherry on cherry on my dovetail joints, but by staining this, the end grain of the dovetail joint itself absorbs more than the long grain, so the joints really, it helps those joints stand out. Okay, so like before, we'll let this stain fully dry, and then we'll apply the second coat. Okay, so it took a while, but I managed to get all 6 of these drawers stained twice on the outside. I did manage to get away with only doing the inside once. The transition from 1 to 2 is light enough that anything that came over the edge you can't see, so it worked out really well. I did go back, I reclaimed that artistry brush because these the long horizontal lines seemed a little light, so I came back and just added a third to those horizontal lines, and seems to have balanced it out really well. So at this point I'm done. I'll come back tomorrow and start with the shellac. Now I will say I had to, the jars that I have are 8 ounce, they're 8 ounce jars, and the stain was enough to do the entire case and the drawers once, but I had to mix up another batch. I don't know, I probably used 2 ounces of that. So 10 ounces to do the entire case and the drawers with 2 coats of stain. The shellac, on the other hand, didn't go as far. I used 80%, 90% of the shellac that I made of that 8 ounce jar just on the case. So I've gone ahead and made up another batch that'll be ready to go tomorrow just for the drawers. All right, so stay tuned. Okay, good morning. So these drawers have had, well, they've been drying overnight, so I know they're, with our water-based stain, I know they're all dry, right? So here I've got the bottom drawer. Just going to start at the bottom, work my way up, and we're going to now apply the shellac, same as we did on the case. I have this oriented right now face down. In my intent, I'm going to completely seal off. I'm going to do the back. I'm going to do the inside of the drawer face, the inside of the 2 sides. I'm going to allow that to dry for about 10 minutes. With that denatured alcohol in there and the cut that we have, I'm confident enough that it'll be dry enough. I want to flip it, and then I'll do the face. We'll flip it, do the drawer face and the outside of the two sides, and then the inside of the back. And then we'll set that aside. So my application process is going to be the same as it was before, sticking with the rag. What I want to try to do, though, is ensure that I get everything sealed, to include all this end grain of our through dovetails. If I get a little bit of shellac in the groove for the drawer bottom, that'll be okay. I'm not going to worry about that too much. I don't want to get a lot in there because I'm not jamming up my reassembly. But a little bit in there is going to be okay. Not going to hurt it. So I'll give this a few minutes. And there's no reason to stop working, so I'll just grab one of these small ones. Go ahead and do it. All right, so this one is now dry to the touch. Flip it. Same daubing method here in my pattern. All right, down the outside. Inside of the back. There's one. And this one over. Flip. And rotate. All right, there's two. So now we go take a coffee break. Come back and do the other four. So now I've finished with the shellac on all of the drawers. I'm really happy. Looks really nice. So you know what's next? Steel wool. Now for the steel wool, obviously I'm not going to worry about the outside of the back. It's not necessary. But I am going to steel wool for that 4/0 steel wool all of my surfaces in preparation for the what you call it, Danish oil. That stuff over there. You might also notice that the door is open. That denatured alcohol smell in here, that's pretty strong. So when you're doing that shellac, make sure you're well ventilated. It's stinky. Okay, so I finished the steel wool process. Outsides, insides, the bottom, the drawer runners, all, the whole thing. And I am ready to apply my Danish oil here on this first piece. I'm going to go with the same technique that I did on the case, where on the face I'm going to apply 3 coats on the face and on this top edge. However, on the exterior sides, I'm only going to apply 1 coat. On the interior, nothing. So I've got to be very careful. I'm using the rag application as I did before, and I'm just going to be extremely careful not to get the Danish oil where I don't want it. I don't really want to put it on the outside, but since my drawers, when they close, are slightly open, right, about 1/8 of an inch, And I've got this, the half blind dovetails. When you open that drawer, I would like for it to have the same um, coloring texture as the sides, as close as I can. So I'm going to apply one coat, and I'm going to allow that to cure really well. And I'll show you what I'm going to do next when we get there. That's going to aid. Putting that Danish oil on the outside is kind of sketchy, right? If I applied the oil to the outside, the same as the top with 3 coats or multiple coats, it could lead to the drawers get sticky, and we don't want that. But I am going to apply one coat so I have at least a fairly uniform color. And like I said, we're going to do something else after that that will alleviate the sticking hazard. All right, so here we go. All right, 1 down, 5 to go. So you can see I did the side, but I did one. It's just a really light, one really light coat, and that's all.